What's up? Um, Making a video today. It's your boy Antonio Brown. I'm in my closet right now because I was stressing out over making this video. I'm not gonna lie, and the reason why I found out why I why I have anxiety and shit like that. I read this book. You know what I'm saying? It's called "It Didn't Start with You." So what this video is basically gonna be on is how to basically understand that, you know, a lot of the your traits and behaviors and things like that aren't even yours. They were passed down to you. And that's what this book basically tells you. So it's called It Didn't Start With You. I don't know if you can read that. It didn't start with you. So essentially that's what they're saying. It's based off family traumas, family experiences, and family basically you could basically to put it in layman terms, for example, you could have an uncle 2 generations before you that I don't know drank a lot, and then he passed that down to you. You know, so now you're an alcoholic and you don't know why you're alcoholic. Those type of behaviors. So right now, I'm gonna try to go through it. I'm on chapter 3 right now, but I'm gonna go through the first chapter because the first chapter is the one that helped me the most in the beginning. So in the beginning, Arthur talks about how he had issues with his mom, right? And it was based solely on the fact that he felt as though that he didn't get the love that he deserved, or his mother didn't give him the affection that he needed as a kid. So when he got older, he didn't know how to love or even receive it, which is crazy, right? So which is crazy, right? Because it's the same thing that's in my situation, right? You know, once again, this book is called It Didn't Start With You. This book is crazy. If you really read it for real, it's really crazy for real. So he goes through it where it's so for in my example, it's the same thing with me. I resonated really well with this first chapter where it was I thought about it where even me, I stopped talking to my mom for a long time because I felt as though that she was detrimental to my growth as a kid in terms of teaching me what love is and how to receive it. Even now, I'm 28 and I don't know how to receive. I don't really know how to receive love. It kind of feel weird to me. I'm just now learning how to hug people. To put that sound crazy, but for real, I didn't hug people for a long time, nor did I like being hugged, and I had to learn how to do it. At first, when I first started, I gave people church, what we call church hugs. That's when you just shoulder around type shit. You know what I'm saying? And then now I can actually give people hugs, but I don't really understand the concept of actually receiving it. I don't feel it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain that other than I can't feel it type shit. Everybody else says that you can feel love, but I don't exactly feel it for love. So because of that, I didn't talk to my mom for a long time. But what he does say is that even though he wasn't talking to his mom, and it's the same thing in my situation, he subconsciously was looking for his mom in situations, whether it was a relationship or friendships or just looking for that mom figure. And a lot of times we I don't know if it's just me, but a lot of us we don't know that we're doing it, but we're actually seeking out our parents through people, and it's a trauma response and a it's a trauma response basically. So regardless to how you feel about your parents, you still love them subconsciously and you will still seek them out regardless. So in the book, what he did was to fix it was he took a time to self reflect basically, and to understand that basically his mother only she raised him based on the circumstances that she was raised. So that type of parenting and that parenting was passed down. So she only could teach you based on what she knew. So basically what he was saying is that your parents only do what they know how to do. Like that was the best that they could do. And us as kids, we don't understand that, or even as adults, we grow up into adults and we don't understand that basically like they don't know what they didn't know what they was doing either, right? So, and they only going off base of what their parents taught them. So if their parents didn't teach them love, then they're gonna pass that down to you. And that's basically what this book talks about, is that those like family generational, what we call family generational curses, are not just poverty or like a like a bad mindset when you thinking bad. It's like different things, like even like for example, like teaching love or like accepting love, or different things like anxiety or depression and things like that are passed down to you. So in a way, it's like, I don't know, like you're basically like a mixture of all of your family members together, and you have to kind of like circumnavigate around it and try to fix it so you don't pass it down to the next generation. That's what a generational curse breaker is, basically. So I'm gonna keep showing this because I really think that everybody should read this book. It's like I said, it's called It Didn't Start With You. And back on point. So what he did was he did self-reflection, and he basically saw that she did the best that she could do. So what he did was to teach himself how to love people, right? He first started with his mom. So I think if he hadn't seen her in like 10 years, right? So one day he went over to her house and he talked to her for a long time, and he had given her like a big hug, right? Like a real hug, like one of them good hugs, right? And he said he felt this this weight off his shoulder, like he could finally like be himself type shit, right? And that's how he kind of like that was like that wound that he needed to be filled, right? And that was so like, to me, like that one chapter, that was just chapter one, right? Like that one chapter solved a lot of problems for me. And I think I don't think it's just for me. Like I think this is for everybody. Like there's something that you holding in, that you hold your parents responsible for, and whole time you don't understand. You gotta put yourself in a predicament where you can put yourself in their shoes for a second. Like that's where like personal growth and understanding comes from. Is where it's like you can take yourself and look at a situation through another person's eyes. So, and understand that like we all human at the end of the day, and we only do what we know, you know. And a lot of times our parents only do what they know, you know. It's passed down. Those things that your parents did that you didn't like, or you felt as though that held you back, that shit is passed down to you. And unfortunately, it's unfortunate, right, that we have to go through that, and then we have to figure out how to navigate through that as adults. But I mean, it's reality, so we kind of have to deal with it, type shit. And basically, yeah, that's really it. Like I said, this is just chapter one. I'm gonna keep making videos about it because this book is so in depth and things like that. Even chapter two, I'll make another video about chapter two, where it goes into like full like clinical services and things like that, where they did studies on this to prove that like a lot of things that we do are things that are passed down. Like even things that you wouldn't even think would are like things that would be passed down to you. Like it's crazy, right? So if you like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. I hope you enjoy. I hope this helps somebody. Like, cause it helped me. Like I said, all you gotta do, just chapter 1 will solve a serious level of issues, like even with your parents, right? Or any type of family member. Like you just gotta see through their eyes and understand that they did the best for you, that they could, that they knew how to do. You know the saying, man, if you knew better, you do better. And that's, if you keep that in your mind, then you understand people's like the way that they move and how they interact with you. So you learn to not take anything, learn to not take anything personal, because 9 times out of 10 they don't even know they doing it. Peace.